And look who's here. Hey, Wei, it's so good to see you. And look at what you brought.
Yes, I got some really interesting stuff, and I know you love it to show. But
the Peking Opera.
I know, yes.
And what a fabulous artist you have.
Exactly. Remember last time we were here, I was here talking about our Peking Opera Academy, received the grant for an art center of the capital region that be able to let us run the school like every Saturday. Our wonderful teacher, Miss Tu Linghui, you met her,
She's
right?
wonderful. I loved her.
National Tier 1
we have a picture of her
director.
Coming up too, yeah.
Yes. And then she traveled from Binghamton University every Saturday over to teach. And there are 4 types of classes: purely vocal training and posture movement. You know, the ladies.
I know. I was like, oh, you watch them, and it's like,
so
oh
elegant.
my gosh, they're
and
just.
They're adding a lot of things too. They started
let
to
me
do
see
this.
that
Oh yeah, right. You know, just when you
Look
hold
at
it, it just feels so different. Yeah.
This is one. Oh my! I know what this is. When you do the embroidery, so it's on both sides.
Yes. Yes,
I've seen the paintings like that. They're one thing on one side and another on
well,
the other.
those ones are highly, that's difficult to do.
They're incredible, but this is gorgeous. What a fan.
Yeah, right. Well,
yeah, and it works.
Well, it looks really good on you.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? No, beautiful.
Yeah, right. And then, you know, the children's got trained to do acrobat, flip over,
We've
split,
got photos.
and all the
Well,
things.
why don't we bring up the photos, Raymond, and we'll talk about the photos, and then we'll talk about the health fair too. But let's talk about the photos. The first ones, and I had to put them in some order so it looked okay. So why don't you explain what we're looking at?
Right, okay.
It's the one on the right there.
Yeah, right. So that's the photo of our 4 of our students. They do the part of Peking Opera, meaning they fight. They train acrobatic, like a kung fu liking. Yes. And then some of the other photos you have.
Oh, the next one, Raymond.
Yeah, the next one. Now that is our teacher Ling Hui too.
She's a lovely woman.
She's in full costume, which is the Tang Dynasty concubine. She will be performing that piece in the in our midterm show, which is coming up in December the 2nd.
Yeah, and we're going to be talking about that.
Right.
Too.
Yeah. Right. So if we can go to that flare.
The next one. Is there another one? Oh. Did we?
Yeah, that is a one, right? So actually,
that one.
If you see, there are actually 5 figures on top of the flare. So they represent different part of the characters of the show. You will see them all in the show on December 2nd.
So the Peking Opera, it's not going to be like going in to see Carmen from beginning to end. No, this is going to be little pieces then.
Exactly. You're so good at that, I would say. Yes, so even for just like say classic opera, you see such as Pavarotti can do a full show.
Yeah.
However, you can see his concert, he does pieces and pieces and 3 tenors.
That's okay. So that's what this is.
Will be like this. So we put it on pieces and pieces, because put on the whole show, it's you need maybe 2 years.
Yeah, exactly. Together. Now, tell me a little bit more about what you have here, because
absolutely.
That's an amazing.
Now I would like you to hold it.
I'll
let you. It's heavy. So this is a headpiece for a female Qing Yi character.
It is heavy.
This is gorgeous, right? So basically, they will need to put up the hair.
That? Can anybody see that? This is like amazing.
Yeah, front and back.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I just take my word for it. It's amazing.
And see their dresses. If you can see on the screen. See. That's the long sleeve. We're talking about sleeves is this long.
That always amazes me how the sleeves are long. Sometimes they have a stick in them too to make them.
No. They're just sleeves. So basically, what they can do, they can roll on the sleeve like dancing.
I've seen her do that.
But then when they get trained, they have to roll it back in one go and then show their hands. You know, so you need training for that. But however, let me present some sort of their voice.
Okay.
Hear this.
Okay. Here we go.
Yeah， 好一个角色的女子。I'm not perfect, but there it is.
Yes, and it's an unusual.
It's all high voice, high note type of singing.
And how old is the Peking Opera?
Oh, really good question. It's over 200 years old. The first beginning officially is for Emperor Qianlong in Qing Dynasty for his 50th birthday.
Qing Dynasty.
The Qing Dynasty.
Okay.
And then the Empress Cixi, which is the big patron for Peking Opera. And she has like 3 Peking Opera theaters in her court, which is amazing. She just loves that.
Was that like the Forbidden City? No.
Yes.
Oh,
two
in the Forbidden
City.
And I've been in the Forbidden City.
I know.
Amazing.
It is amazing.
I couldn't believe how big it was.
It is amazing. Yeah. Come over see the show. I think it's being great. Oh, I need to mention.
Look at this. I mean, I'm still holding up this hat.
Yeah. But I need to mention there is also a highlight because, opera, the Western opera, the classical opera, and the Chinese, the Eastern opera, gonna have a clash in the show because there's a feature artist from China. He's a classical opera for over, I don't know, like 40 years, and he's actually traveled between China and Germany, and he will present a piece of Italian opera with Miss Tu together. They will interact. Think about that. Think about that.
I'm working on it.
One is Italian and one is Peking Opera. Yes. How does that gonna feel? So come over and see it. I'm excited.
This is amazing. So when is this going to be? This in December? When?
It's gonna be a Saturday, December 2nd in the afternoon, 3 p.m.
Okay. And it's at SUNY.
In SUNY Recital Hall.
Paid Park Hall.
Recital Hall.
Recital Hall. Sorry.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Well, you can get all the information on the website www.cccalbany.org/Peking Opera. So yeah, come over see the show.
Okay, but you also are sponsoring a health fair. So let's talk about that briefly. We have a few minutes to talk about that.
Okay, yes. The health fair, we're lucky enough to get the grant from the New York State Department of Health, Minority Office Health, be able to let us to do this health fair with free entry. So it's free.
Anybody can go to it.
Anybody, just walk in, you sign in by the door.
That's the 18th of November.
November the 18th. It really features a lot of things, a lot of information, a lot of vendors from Capital Region and even New York City come over and enjoy the fair. And then we featured 4 presentation workshops. The first one is for colon cancer by Dr. Zhu, MD. The second presentation is by for an Alzheimer's Association, talking about Alzheimer's disease, early prevention, and really important family support. And then the third one is AMI meditation for stress, burnout, and decision making by American Meditation Institute. The last one is family relationship and mental health, which is a lot of family right now seems
You're
facing.
dealing with a lot of that.
And then also offer 2 free screening services. The first one is offered by Dr. Tina and her wonderful Chasing Health team, who specialize in high blood pressure solutions, which is wonderful. And then the second one offered by Dr. Mabel Chen, who is eye surgeon, who would do free eye glaucoma screening.
Talk about glaucoma. Glaucoma screening.
And it's wonderful. The assembling woman, Pat Fei, would open up the fair for us. Really appreciate that. Really, I like to also make it fun. We even have Tai Chi performances during the presentations.
So if you're looking at the 18th, remember that's the day of the big parade.
Yeah, I know.
So that's great because you come down, you do the health fair, go out, get dinner, and go to other things. Make it a whole day.
Exactly.
And go from health to entertainment and in between.